Hello Leo, this is your reading for December 2017. I've already pre-shuffled the decks and laid out all of your cards to save some time. And we have my regular cards that I like to use and the angel card messages with some inspirational wording at the end. With your overall energy, Leo, we have the King of Cups and we have the Five of Wands. And with the King of Cups, this is an energy of like a father figure, Cancer energy, something very stable in your life. So can be very career oriented, and it's looking a lot like that for you in this reading in December. So things are becoming a lot more stable, a lot more grounded for you, Leo. So you should be feeling that for that overriding energy that's just perfect and that allows you to have a happy home life. Though in the Five of Wands, there's just a little bit of some turbulence with some things in your life. And, you know, the energy, even though that's good that we have that balance of the King of Cups, you need to look at, you know, we don't want to get into being competitive and, trying to need to, put oneself out there in conflict and struggle, and that is not aggressive or hostile in nature. And, stepping up the plate is needed. So, if there's something going on in your life, you may have to kind of kick up the ante in your life to get what you want. And I think that overall energy also coinciding, even though they're kind of going back and forth, is that you're really shooting for a much more stable livelihood, and so that your family and you can start enjoying yourself a little bit more, which is a goal for all people, but it's a little bit stronger for you at this point. So as we move into your reading, Leo, I have the Temperance and the Sun card in your financial sector here. And for the Temperance, for your work and career, you're going to feel like the path that you've been on, you're on without relief or gratification. You'll feel like you want to absolutely explode, and the desire to change will be so intense, bringing that very thing you want. Something's coming up in your career that you're really pushing for some changes, Leo. So as we move forward, there's going to be a chain reaction in money matters with partial response and at first, and then things will lead to another, one thing after another, and moderate to a degree of success will be attained. And backing that card, if you stay steadfast with this, Leo, you're going to take off with this in your financial area because you've got the Sun card. So it's backing that thing. So whatever you've been struggling with, you've got this beautiful card and energy surrounding your work life, helping you out. So just keep working hard. And even though it doesn't feel like there's going to be any relief soon, it's coming. And you're going to attain your goals, but it's a lot of work. But then there's a lot to be proud for, Leo, on that, because you have worked so hard. With your news and messages, with family and friends, we have the Strength card and the Nine of Cups. So with the Strength card, you're moving through some things and some energies with people around you. And, with this card on the Strength, it's a lady sitting in front of a lion. And so that's, a lot of assurity that this person knows that that lion's not going to attack, that she has tamed that lion within inside. So if there's any news that's coming your way or any kind of messages, you're going to take that with a grain of salt and just move on. With the Nine of Cups, it's definitely good news that's coming that you've been waiting to hear. So with any of these messages, it's just sitting back. But sometimes if it's not good news, it doesn't matter. This is a wish card, so things that you've been waiting for and wishing for, Leo, it's there. So if this resonates with anybody, I hope that does, because it's actually a good message. As we move into the challenging themes and tests, we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Moon card. So with the Knight of Wands, things tend to move very rapidly anytime we have a Wand card. And, this person, if it's a person and represents it in the challenges, they're fun, exciting individual, they have an active social life, and they're enthusiastic, and a person that's influential and confident, in who they are. But it's also telling me that with the moon card, there's something hidden within that. To me, that tends to have some kind of energies that can have addictions, etc., or something hidden. So if you're dealing with a person like that, just be aware that there are challenges and that to work through it. Even though they're excitable and they're having a lot of fun, they may have some issues behind them. So if you are meeting someone, just be aware that they may not be who they are, and they're not showing who they really are, and you'll find out later. So just be aware of that. In your relationship sector, we have the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. But I tend to like to put my Pentacles together with my 7 of Pentacles as in finances, because it's an earthy cards. With the 9 of Pentacles in your relationships, we have, there's success that's coming in from hard work on your own. And, you've worked hard at this relationship, or if you're starting a relationship, it's well done, and there's a comfort to it, and you're reaping rewards by working and understanding a person. It's nice when a relationship flows, but whatever you've been doing, if you're in a new one, it's looking like you're going to have to put a little bit of work into it. But, we just have to be careful in how we proceed, knowing all the facts and being around someone. So we look at the 7 of Pentacles. It's, taking the slow down again, talking about that in a forward motion and needing to allow things to mature in, it's a better favored approach if we take our time in a new relationship. Even if you are coupled, Leo, if there's an issue at hand with you two, it's taking your time and trying to understand it. And sometimes, to agree to disagree is the best, but we don't need to work at being right at all times. So what I'm getting for the relationship status on the Leo is that there's definitely some relationship there that we need to work and walk slowly with and really enjoy. And that can also tie into paying attention to the moon card if this is a new person coming into your life, because they may not be who you think they are. We have at the end of the reading for the outcome is the 2 of Pentacles, and that's always trying to find that balance in finances, etc. And it's finding your priorities and juggling, the spinning plates, if people with obligations are successful, it's a warning not to take on any more than you can at this time. Turbulence, when we add too much to our plate, it can be too much. So make sure you rearrange your priorities and what you're doing and how you're moving forward in anything that you're doing, Leo. So we will move into your messages from your angels. And it's, there's been times with the 3 of Air, they're talking of some great sadness in your past, and it's time to take time to heal and need to forgive yourself and others. So if this resonates with you, sadness is in the past. So you just got to take that time and reflect on things and find the positive in the relationships as we move forward. And that can be even work relationships and work related. And that struggles with ego from the next angel card message. And it's a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things and negative and fear-based thoughts. So, our thoughts can make us a prisoner in things. So we have to really take a look at where we put ourselves in, and sometimes it's more in the emotional cage than it is in the physical. So it's just letting some things go and not overthinking things. And your last message, which is beautiful, is falling in love, a wedding proposal, a need for balance of emotions, an invitation to a social event. So somebody either is getting a new person in their life but they're constantly talking, and this backs it too with their outcome is the balancing act of the 2 of Pentacles and finding balance at all times and really paying attention to the people that you're around. If you're single, And if you are in a relationship that's established, it's also talking of falling in love again with that partner and really establishing that kind of devotion to each other. Your last message is, I practice meditation and contemplation to quiet my mind. You may find that your mind is usually filled with unimportant thoughts. Focus on your breath or your steps. Every breath is holy. Every step is sacred. So this backs in a lot of it on this card, the whole reading in itself, of taking that time, taking time to breathe, and knowing which way you're going to go. You definitely have a lot of success coming within your work. And as I look at the reading as a whole, do pay attention if you have somebody new coming into your life. They may have some issues and you may not want to get into that rodeo with them. And if you are in a relationship, it's just letting some things go. You've definitely built up with each other, and also it's a definite compliment to you couples that you are building together financially and really working as a team. There's just some emotional issues from the past that are just being ironed out. I would highly suggest to let those go and just really enjoy the Christmas, Leo. And that concludes your message for December, and I will see you back in January 2018.